I don't think that Austin and I agree. What do you think about this William Byron, Denny Hamlin thing that happened? First of all, I don't think Denny Hamlin did anything intentional trying to get up off of the corner. I think that was just a racing deal. He got a little bit loose. He's in between a couple cars. His car ran up the track a little bit. He made a little bit of contact. I think William Byron overreacted a little bit. What do you think?
Tough to say. I mean, I never try to put myself in driver spots. Has stuff happened between those two in the past? I don't know. Nobody has alluded to that, but that doesn't mean it hasn't happened. And so, and I'm with you as far as the coming off the turn there. It looked to me, it looked very much like a racing incident to me. Now,
Yep.
If I'm William Byron, I'm pissed off about the racing incident. So I'm all right with William being pissed off, and from there, I think is where it gets. And honestly, dumping someone under caution, I'm not a big proponent of that. I just don't think that that's the way to go. And I thought for a while, up until yesterday, it looked like he got away with it.
Right.
And I think that's where I think it was a racing deal. I think William reacted, and I'm all right that William reacted. Not necessarily all right with the wrecking the guy under caution.
Right.
Not the first time that's happened. Not the last time that's happened. From that point, then it just gets very confusing and convoluted because NASCAR not catching it is I don't understand that. I understand there's a lot going on. So but we can see with technology a tire getting away from a crew on pit road.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't see someone wrecking somebody on the front stretch under caution.
Right.
I have no issue with the fact that they missed it. I just wonder if we don't need to look at the mechanisms in place so we don't miss it again.
Steve, do you think that – I think the difference that me and Austin have between the two of us is he felt like they should have made the decision right there on the spot. There's enough cameras. There's enough angles. There's so many cameras there at these NASCAR races. Do you think NASCAR listen, I'm of the opinion that they've always made the decision on Tuesday. Why should they have to make the decision on the spot? They need to address the situation, take a look at it with a fine-tooth comb, and make the decision on Tuesday. Would you agree with me on that?
Well, up until earlier today, no, I would not. I like racing calls being made during the race. Now, technical inspection and stuff like that. But Todd Gordon is my co-host on Crew Call, and we talked about it. And he said, with the technology available today, he is cool with them waiting until Tuesday because the hypothetical he said, what if William Byron is coming off from turn number 4 and his brakes failed? Okay. Now, granted, he would have said William didn't help himself in the interview by acknowledging he did it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
William could have said my brakes failed, but with all the technology we have, with all the tracing, with all of the throttle tracing, with all of that, you can pretty much determine it. So I think when I woke up this morning, I'm like, no way. I don't like Tuesday penalties on a race call. But I guess I can understand the desire to get it right, and waiting until Tuesday would have given them a chance to look at it. Now, to me, you had William Byron getting out of the car and pretty much admitting it, which was someone needs to coach him on what to say at that point. He needed Coach Gibbs whispering in his ear. Not that he drives for Coach Gibbs, but I'm a little bit better with that now than I was 4 or 5 hours ago.
Yep. Let me ask you, you were probably down there on pit road. I'm sure you were ready to interview Denny Hamlin, and Coach Joe Gibbs pulls Denny aside and gives him a little pep talk. What do you think he said during that pep talk? Do you have any idea?
No, I don't. I don't. I've seen that happen before. Coach, I think Coach knows his drivers. And Coach also is privy to all the radio traffic that Denny has said on the radio, and so I think that coach. I've seen crew chiefs do the same thing. I've seen other people do the same thing. You lean in and make sure your driver make sure there's one little factoid that your driver's aware of before he goes and says what he wants to say. You know, you as someone on the pit box know a whole lot more than what's going on in the driver.
That's
you
true.
Know, the driver knows what's happening in the car, and he knows the perspective of it, but you don't know what the other guy said. You don't know, you just don't know that. And so I don't think I think it was interesting that it was coach, but I think crew chiefs have been doing that forever and ever.